everyone, welcome back to Storytime with the Huntington Beach Public Library. My name is Miss Laura and I'm so excited to be with you today for a very special family story time. So, before I spoil what it's all about, let's go ahead and put our hands out just like this. Can you show me your hands? Now, can you wave them in front of you? Very good. Make them stop. Great job. Now, can you pat your hands in your lap? And let's clap them together. Very good. Let's pat and clap. Pat and clap. Pat and clap. And we're going to keep patting and clapping and sing a little song. So let's go just a little bit faster. Ready? Hello everybody, how are you? Hello everybody, how are you? It's such a lovely day, I'm so glad you came to play. Hello everybody, how are you? Give yourselves a big clap. You did a great job waking up your singing voices. Now, we're going to wake up our wiggle fingers. Can you show me your wiggle fingers? Do they wiggle like this? Oh, very good. Can you wiggle them on your head? Can you wiggle them on your shoulders? Can you wiggle them on your knees? Now wiggle them all the way down to your toes. Wiggle your fingers on your toes. And can you wiggle them up, 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 up? Do you have wiggle fingers in your hair? We need to shoo them away. Are you ready? Shoo, 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 shoo. Now trap those wiggle fingers up tight, just like this. Very good. And we're going to use our fists to sing our next song. We're going to sing Open, Shut Them. Are you ready? Here we go. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Lay them in your lap, lap, lap. Creep them, slowly creep them. Right up to your chin, chin, chin. Open wide your little mouth. Say, ah, but do not let them in. Very good. Are your hands behind your back? Hide them away because we're going to bring them out and say peekaboo. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, peekaboo! Now put on your binoculars. Look around the room and say, I see you. Very good job, everyone. All right, are we ready to find out what we're talking about today? Let's take a look at our shapes and see what we have hiding. Let's start right here. Can you tell me what shape this is? What shape is this? It's a triangle. That's right. We have a triangle up here. Now, can you tell me what color this is? What color is this? I know, it's orange. We have an orange triangle. Let's look and see what it's hiding. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there was nothing hiding there. Should we try another shape? Let's try the next one down. Can you tell me what shape this is? What shape is this? It's a rectangle. That's right. We have a rectangle. Now, what color is the rectangle? What color is this? It's yellow. That's right. Just like a banana. Now, let's look and see what our yellow rectangle is hiding. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, there was was nothing hiding behind that shape either. Should we check our last shape? This is our very last one, so let's cross our fingers and hope that there's something hiding. Can you tell me what shape this is? What shape is this? It's a square. We have a square up here. Now, what color is the square? It's red. That's right. We have a red square. Let's look and see what it's hiding. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. What is that? What did we have hiding behind our red square? It's a turkey. Now, can you tell me what turkeys say? They say, gobble, 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 gobble. Can you do that too? Gobble, 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 gobble. Very good. Now, why would we have a turkey hiding here? That's right. Thanksgiving is coming up soon. So today we are reading all about Thanksgiving and saying thank you. Now, before we read our story, I want you to practice saying something with your hands. Can you put one hand up like this? Very good. Now take your fingers of that hand and touch them to your chin. Great job. Now, bring all your fingers down and lay your hand down in front of you like this. Very good. That's how we say thank you. Thank you with our hands. Very good. That's something that's good to remember on Thanksgiving Day when we're saying thank you for all of the things we have. Now, I have a great thank you story to share with you. It's one of my all-time favorites. It's called Thank You, Amu. Thank you, Amu. Oh, and what do we see here? We see a little boy and he's holding a bowl. I bet it smells good because he looks like he is so happy. Let's see what Thank You, Amu is about. Thank You, Amu by Oge Mora. On the corner of First Street and Long Street, on the very top floor, Amu was cooking a thick red stew in a big fat pot for a nice evening meal. She seasoned and stirred it and took a small taste. What a delicious stew, Amu said. Tonight's dinner will surely be the best I have ever had. With that, Amu put down her spoon and went to read a book before supper. As the thick red stew simmered on the stove, its scrumptious scent wafted out the window and out the door, down the hall, toward the street and around the block until someone was at the door. When Amu opened it, she saw... Oh! Who is it? A little boy. Little boy, Amu exclaimed, what brings you to my home? I was playing with my race car down the hall when I smelled the most delicious smell, the little boy replied. What is it? Thick red stew. Stew, he said. That sure sounds yummy. Amu thought for a moment. She was saving her stew for dinner, but she had made quite a bit. It would not hurt to share. Would you like some? The little boy nodded. And so Amu spoons out some thick red stew from the big fat pot for her nice evening meal. "Thank you, Amu," the little boy said, and went on his way. With that, Amu closed the door and went back to her book. As she read, her thick red stew's scrumptious scent wafted out the window and out the door, down the hall, toward the street, and around the block until... Someone was at the door. When Amu opened the door, this time she saw... a police officer! "Miss Police Officer," Amu exclaimed, "what brings you to my home?" "I was on duty down the street when I smelled the most delicious smell," Miss Police Officer replied. "What is it?" "Thick red stew." "Ah, stew," she said, and her mouth watered. "That sounds mighty tasty." Amu thought for a moment. There was still enough to share. "Would you like some?" The police officer nodded. Once again, Amu spooned out some thick red stew from the big fat pot for her nice evening meal. "Thank you, Amu," the officer said, and went on her way. And so, for the second time, Amu closed the door and went back to her book. Sure enough, as she read, her thick red stew's scrumptious scent wafted out the window and out the door, down the hall, toward the street, and around the block until... Again, someone was at Amu's door. This time, when she opened it, she saw... a hot dog vendor. "Mr. Hot Dog Vendor," Amu exclaimed, "what brings you to my home?"
"I was selling my hot dogs down the block when I smelled the most delicious smell,"
Mr. Hot Dog Vendor replied.
"What is it?"
"Thick red stew."
"Ooh, stew," the vendor licked his lips. "That sounds quite delectable."
So Amu spooned out some thick red stew from the big fat pot for her nice evening meal.
"Thank you, Amu,"
the hot dog vendor said, and went on his way. Throughout the day, people from all across the neighborhood knocked on Amu's door. She fed a shop owner, a cab driver, a doctor, an actor, a lawyer, a dancer, a baker, an artist, a singer, an athlete, a bus driver, a construction worker. Even the mayor stopped by. And each time they knocked, Amu shared. Soon, the sky darkened. The streetlights brightened, and it was finally time for dinner. But when Amu opened her big fat pot of thick red stew for her nice evening meal, it was empty. Amu sniffled. "There goes the best dinner I ever had." Sorry and blue, she sat at the table with her empty pot until... Who could that be? Amu wondered. And when she opened her door, she saw... the little boy, the police officer, the hot dog vendor, the shop owner, the cab driver, the doctor, the actor, the lawyer, the dancer, the baker. Why, Everyone she fed today was at her door. I'm sorry, everyone, Amu sighed. My thick red stew is all gone. I have nothing left to share. The little boy tugged at Amu's sleeve. Don't worry, Amu. We're not here to ask. We are here to give. The police officer carried in a fresh salad. The mayor entered with a roast chicken. The baker brought a collection of sweet goodies. Even the little boy presented Amu with something special in a shiny red envelope. Everyone who had knocked on Amu's door that day squeezed inside her tiny apartment, and together they ate, danced, and celebrated. While Amu's big fat pot of thick red stew was empty, her heart was full of happiness and love. That dinner was the best she had ever had. And do you see what the little boy's card says? Thank you, Amu. The end. Give yourselves a big clap. You did such a good job listening to that story, and it's a long one, I know. Now, are we ready for a song about some of my favorite Thanksgiving animals? I'll give you a hint. They say, gobble, 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 gobble. What do you think that animal is? It's a turkey! A turkey! Now, I brought some turkey friends with me for story time today. So let's move our camera just a little bit so we can see them. There we go. Now, can you help me count my turkey friends? Here we go. We have 1 turkey, 2 turkeys, 3 turkeys, 4 turkeys, and 5 turkeys. Now, how do you think these turkeys are feeling about Thanksgiving? Do you think they're excited? Do you think they're maybe a little bit scared? Because what do we eat on Thanksgiving Day? We eat turkey! So these turkeys are feeling just a little bit nervous. Everybody go like this. Ah! They're feeling nervous. So these turkeys are going to try to find a way to get out of being eaten. Let's sing a little song about what they do. First, we need to hold up 1 finger for each of our turkeys. So put out your hand like this, and we are going to count our turkeys one more time with our fingers. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you ready? We have our 5 fingers up, and our song goes like this. 5 turkeys were getting quite nervous. Thanksgiving Day soon would be back. So 1 turkey put on a duck suit. And now he says gobble, quack, quack. What happened to our 5th turkey? How many turkeys do you see now? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and oh, there's 1 duck. Now, what does a duck say? Quack, quack, quack. That's right. I wonder what happened to that last turkey. Well, we have 4 turkeys, so let's sing about our 4 nervous turkeys. Are you ready? 4 turkeys were getting quite nervous. Thanksgiving was coming, not going. So 1 turkey put on a pig suit. And now he says gobble, oink, oink. Oh! What happened to our 4th turkey? I I see 1 duck, 1 pig, and how many turkeys? 1, 2, 3. I wonder what's happening to the turkeys. Well, let's sing about our 3 nervous turkeys. Are you ready? 3 turkeys were getting quite nervous. Thanksgiving was in just 1 week. So 1 turkey put on a mouse suit. And now he says gobble, squeak, squeak. Oh! What happened to our 3rd turkey? We have 1 duck, 1 pig, 1 mouse, and how many turkeys? 1, 2. Well, let's sing about our 2 turkeys. Are you ready? 2 turkeys were getting quite nervous. Thanksgiving was coming round soon. So 1 turkey put on a cow suit. And now he says gobble, moo, moo. Oh my goodness, what happened to our 2nd turkey? We have 1 duck, 1 pig, 1 mouse, 1 cow, and how many turkeys? Just 1. All right, well, let's sing about our last turkey. Here we go. 1 turkey was getting quite nervous. He said, I can't take any more. So that turkey put on a lion suit. And now he says gobble, roar, roar. What happened to all of our turkeys? Where did they go? Now let's take a look and see what animals we have. We have 1 duck. What does a duck say? Quack, quack. That's right. We have 1 pig. What does a pig say? Oink, oink. That's right. We have 1 mouse. Can you tell me what a mouse says? Squeak, squeak. That's right. We have 1 cow. What does a cow say? Moo. That's right. And we have 1 lion. Now, can you put up your lion claws and give me a big lion roar? Are you ready? Roar! Oh, very good. But how many turkeys do we have? 0. Well, what's our farmer going to do? The farmer was getting quite nervous. Thanksgiving would be served at 4, but farmer could not find his turkeys. Only quack, oink, squeak, moo, roar. And that is the end of the nervous turkeys. Give yourselves a big clap. You did a great job listening. Now, we're at the end of our Thanksgiving story time. I hope you all are ready to have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your families at home. We are going to sing our goodbye song, so let's do some stretching. I want you to reach up very, very tall. Reach down to the ground very, very small. Put your hands on your head and make a little ball. And we are ready for our song. Here we go. I'm very, very tall. I'm very, very small. Tall, small. Now I'm a little ball. I'm very, very tall. I'm very, very small. Tall, small. Now I'm a little ball. I'm very, very tall. I'm very, very small. Tall, small. a little ball. Give yourselves a big clap. Thank you so much for joining me for story time today. My name is Miss Laura. I'm here at the Huntington Beach Public Library, and I wish you all a safe, happy, and healthy Thanksgiving.